Hi everyone, I am Aurashik Padi, and today I'm going to show you something that I have been building for the last couple of months, AI interview buddy. Every year, incredibly smart people fail interviews not because they're bad engineers, but because they never get to practice with a real high pressure interviewer. Most prep today is just lead code grids, YouTube videos, or the occasional expensive mock. These are passive one way and don't argue with you, don't interrupt you, don't push you on the trade offs the way a real senior engineer would. There was no way to get an on demand, realistic, adaptive mock interview that actually feels like the real thing. So, I have built AI Interview Buddy. It is an AI powered mock interviewer that runs full coding, system design, and behavioral rounds end to end. It listens to your reasoning, challenges your choices, asks follow up questions, and adjusts the difficulty as you go. You write code, talk through your design, explain past projects, and an AI interviewer responds like a human, but it is available 24/7 and can scale from one user to millions without losing that realism. So, here is the demo.
Hi, I am your interviewer for today. I will be interviewing you for the role of SDE1. Let's kick off the interview session on a positive note. Please introduce yourself and before starting writing the solution, discuss the approach first and then write the code. Remember before speaking. Make sure you turn on the mic and the mic icon pulses rapidly.
Well, you can see on the left you have the problem pane showing the description examples, and on the right you have React Monaco style code editor, the same used in VS Code. You can also choose your preferred language. I'm going to choose Python, and let me introduce myself. Hi, I am Aurashik Padi, and I'm interviewing for the role of SD1. My past project include a AI interview mock interview platform that helps job seekers, students land their dream job. Let me just go ahead and copy paste the code while the AI stumbles upon a suggestion. Here is the code.
Hi Marishik, it's great to meet you. Your AI interview platform project sounds very interesting and impactful. Let's dive into today's challenge. I've presented a problem on the screen for you. Please take a moment to read through it and let me know when you're ready to discuss your initial thoughts on an approach.
Good. So now we can see that the AI also interacts humanly, as human as possible with the candidate. We can go ahead, but yeah, let us discuss a naive approach with the AI. Yeah, hi. I think you can see that I have written up some code. I guess this is one of the approach to solve this problem. Does it look good?
That's a great start. It looks like you've implemented a binary search approach. Could you tell me a bit more about what M represents in your solution and why you're iterating it from largest to smallest?
Also, you can see that the AI also asks you clarifying questions about your approach. So yeah, let's stop this demo right now, and let me go ahead and show you. I'll just a second. After the screen loads, we will see the assessment that the AI has done for us for this particular interview session. Now you can see that this is the AI's assessment for us. That's cool. Based on the outstanding coding performance and based on this extraordinary performance, combined speed accuracy. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let's quickly go ahead through the HLD. This is the user who sends the screenshot. User input could be basically your code or a drawing or text input and sends the audio to the server, which then we have three processors: screenshot, audio, and user input, which accordingly then process the inputs. We convert STT-DTS. For this, I'm using 11 labs, and we're using a user input code execution judge 0 for that, and for diagram and text we're using Excalidraw. We have a LLM layer that tells us the suggestions, nudges, and asks clarifying questions. We also do have a DB and Postgres DB implemented. We store user session and metadata. For we also for storing some of the objects like pictures, tables, etc. I'm using object storage, Amazon S3. And this is the data model. I have a problem table from which I'm querying which problem to show to the user. And there are also tables like companies. Since in the future, near future, I am trying to show company tags also. And yeah, so yeah, these are some of this was the demo. Thank you. The hardest part was giving the LLM a live understanding of what's happening on the screen and in the conversation without building a huge complex memory system. I needed the model to know what the candidate was seeing, typing, and saying at each moment. So its questions and feedback stayed anchored in reality. I solved this by turning the browser into a sensor. I used the Canvas API to periodically capture lightweight snapshots of the UI and then sending those snapshots with coupled with the user audio and input and a focus system prompt in LLM calls that creates a streaming multimodal context loop. The model continuously sees the evolving screen and hears the candidate, so it can maintain continuity and give sharp contextual suggestions without a heavy custom memory backend. Even if we look at software roles and competitive exams, we're already uh, in a world of millions of serious candidates every year. A small slice of them run just a few mock interviews that millions of high fidelity AI driven sessions that simply just don't exist today. I faced talented people failing because they can't practice realistic interviews. I have a solution now, AI Interview Buddy, an always on AI interviewer with live UI and audio context. It creates a scalable, high quality interview practice that genuinely can shift outcomes for millions of candidates. So, yeah, that's about it. That's the demo for AI Interview Buddy. Thank you.